Welcome back. Businessman and public commentator Isaac Fayose has stirred fresh political controversy after declaring that Nigerian democracy has effectively been replaced by what he described as rule by the judiciary. Speaking during an interview on Arise Television's primetime program, Fayose argued that the INEC no longer determines who becomes president. Instead, he claimed that the country's courts have become the ultimate political authority.
The government of the day, they've successfully put opposition in a state of coma. So you cannot blame opposition. It's the government of the day. Look at what is happening to ADC. Look at what is happening to NDC. Look at what is happening to Labour. Those are government magic.
All by themselves.
There is nothing like INEC in Nigeria. What we have now is government of court by court for court. In the last 12 years, all the presidents, they've been to court. So it's judiciary that now give us president, say, okay, you are the winner. You are not the winner. We are no more practicing democracy. We are looking forward to January. But this January, we end up in court.
His remarks have reignited a fierce national debate about the credibility of Nigeria's electoral process and whether the judiciary now plays a larger role in deciding political leadership than the ballot box itself. Fayose's comments come at a time when conversations surrounding the 2027 general elections are already gathering momentum. Political parties are forming alliances. Opposition figures are repositioning themselves, and voters are beginning to assess the options that may be available in the next election cycle. Yet, instead of discussing campaign promises or policy ideas, Fayose believes the bigger issue is whether elections still represent the final decision of the Nigerian people. His argument suggests that public confidence in democratic institutions is gradually being replaced by expectations of prolonged courtroom battles after every major election. During the interview, Fayose made one of his strongest political statements yet. He declared that there is nothing like INEC or democracy in Nigeria, insisting that what currently exists is government of the courts, by the courts, and for the courts. The statement immediately attracted widespread attention because it questions the foundation of Nigeria's democratic system. While many Nigerians may disagree with these assessments, others believe his remarks reflect growing public frustration over the increasing number of election disputes that eventually find their way before judges. According to Fayose, the pattern has become impossible to ignore. He argued that several presidential elections have ultimately ended in courts, creating the perception that judicial decisions carry greater political weight than votes cast on election day. In his opinion, democracy functions best when voters believe their ballots alone determine who governs. Once citizens begin expecting judges to deliver the final verdicts after every election, he warned, public confidence in the electoral process inevitably begins to weaken. Fayose also predicted that the same pattern would continue in the next presidential election. Looking ahead to 2027, he claimed Nigerians should already expect another legal battle regardless of the outcome announced by electoral authorities. He suggested that political parties increasingly prepare not only for campaigns, but also for courtroom challenges, making litigation an almost permanent stage of Nigeria's electoral process. His comments have intensified discussions about whether electoral reforms are needed before Nigerians return to the polls. Another controversial aspect of Fayose's interview focused on what he described as the treatment of opposition political parties. Referring specifically to the African Democratic Congress, ADC, and the Nigerian Democratic Congress, NDC, he alleged that both parties have been pushed back politically, although he did not provide detailed evidence during the interview. He argued that opposition groups face significant obstacles in their effort to compete effectively. His remarks echo concerns that have frequently been raised by opposition politicians regarding political competition and institutional fairness. Fayose went further by describing Nigeria as a country led by what he called dictators, who are not in military uniforms. The statement was among the most provocative moments of the interview because it suggested that authoritarian tendencies can exist even under civilian governments. His criticism was directed at what he believed is the gradual weakening of democratic institutions and the shrinking political space available for genuine opposition. While supporters of the current administration reject such characterizations, the comments have nevertheless fueled renewed public discussion. The businessman also referred to reports about housing projects for members of the judiciary, suggesting that the increasing prominence of judges reflects the expanding influence of the courts in political affairs. Fayose implied that the judiciary now occupies a position of enormous political importance because election disputes regularly end before judges. However, he did not present evidence linking those housing projects to judicial decisions. The judiciary has consistently maintained that it performs its constitutional responsibilities independently and bases its rulings solely on the law and evidence presented before it. Supporters of Nigeria's constitutional framework strongly disagree with Fayose's conclusions. They argue that election petitions are a normal feature of democratic societies and that courts exist specifically to resolve disputes peacefully. From this perspective, judicial review strengthens democracy rather than weakens it because it provides candidates with a lawful avenue to challenge electoral outcomes instead of resorting to violence or unconstitutional methods. They maintain that the judiciary serves as an important safeguard for protecting electoral integrity whenever disputes arise. Even so, Fayose insisted that repeated courtroom battles have changed public perception of elections. According to him, many Nigerians now wait for judicial verdicts before accepting election results as final. Whether that perception is accurate or exaggerated remains a matter of debate, but it reflects broader conversation taking place across the country about electoral credibility, institutional independence, and democratic accountability. His interview has therefore resonated beyond partisan politics, touching on questions that concern many citizens regardless of political affiliation. As Nigeria gradually approaches another election cycle, the issues raised by Fayose are likely to remain part of the national conversation. His remarks challenged Nigerians to reflect on whether existing democratic institutions continue to inspire confidence or whether reforms are necessary to strengthen trust in the electoral process. While many observers reject his conclusions and defend the role of both INEC and the judiciary within the constitutional framework, others believe his criticism reflects frustration that cannot simply be dismissed. Whatever position Nigerians ultimately take, Fayose's interview has once again placed the relationship between elections, the judiciary, and the democracy at the center of political debates, ensuring that the conversation is unlikely to fade anytime soon. Share your thoughts in the comments below. If you find this report informative, kindly like, share, and subscribe for more news reports. I'm Chidera Iso. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next reports.